Yeah. 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 What is he? There. Am I here? Are we here? Hello? Hi! You're here to judge. Yes, okay. Now there is yapping. There should be yapping. I should be hearable. Hello, hello, hi. Matt, do you know there's a hobby shop? Oh, cool. Nice, nice. Hello, who this? Hello. Hello, Matty. Hello, Oracle. Hello, Destian. Hello, Concordat. How are we doing? Hello, Twitchin. Thank you so much. Resubbing. Thank you. Ooh, 34 months. Sweet. Nice, 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 nice. I have mostly been working on the presentation today. I haven't been doing much else really. And then I took a nap, which discombobulated me a bit, so I'm a little bit uh confused. It was very realistic, okay. Ooh. Um so for the last hour I've been trying to wake up and fix things and realized last minute that some things were not working as I wanted them to. Maybe, last minute things. It's more stressed than a pressure cooker. Now, if I was more stressed, I would be lying on the floor hyperventilating. But I'm okay. I'm too tired to stress. Hi, Mortium. How are you doing? I'm I have 3 different kinds of drinks. I have a fruit drink, I have a choco drink, and I have my tea. You did that all weekend? It is hard work? What did you do? Thing is, we don't have hobby shops in our city. Nerds tickets is just no. Nerds are good for society. Nerds very good for society. Yes, yes. You can get abs. Oh, abs. I need abs. I am getting flabby. Ah, lying on the floor getting panic attacks. Ah, yeah, yeah. That is hard work indeed. It is very exhausting. No, I yesterday I was stressing so much and I don't know why. The procedure was so simple, just find pictures, but I was stressing. I don't know why. It's weird. It's really weird. My brain is weird. Yeah. But yes, today we are going to talk about a couple of my favorite vacation spots that I have visited in my time. We are going to talk about Carcassonne. We are going to talk about Marrakesh, Öland, which is an island here in Sweden. We are talking about Scotland that I visited a couple of years ago, and Copenhagen. We'll see how much we manage and how if I talk too fast. Oh boy. Carcassonne is wonderful. It's the first one out. It's the first one out because it's my favorite. Uh Best steak you ever had? Nice. It's been some time since I was there last. First time I was there was in 2005. So that's 21 years ago. I feel old. Oh god. Yeah. I I don't mind if you guys talk about your own experiences with places and talk about uh vacations you've had. Just don't dox yourselves, okay? Don't talk about your same city or stuff like that, or just be careful, okay? We are on the internet. We are in a public space. Yes. Too late already did. Oh no, how could you? Okay, I need an energy inhale. Choco drink. Uh, I was so discombobulated after my dream that I had that I have not actually had dinner, but I did have a big lunch, so we'll be fine. I'll eat something in the. You're not unimportant. You're very important to me. You'll never know if someone decides. Your workout. What are you doing today? What kind of workout are you doing today? Is it sit ups? Is it pun? Is it do you have what are they called? Machines. Upper body weights. Ah. I want to do like middle body strengthening things, but I never get around to it. I'm too used to not doing it, I think. Yeah. Hi, Steel. My holidays were nice. These holidays are really nice. Let's just start talking about them. Yeah. Just do something tiny. Yeah. I started just contracting my muscles to see. The first couple times I did it last week, uh, I got these weird feelings. I'm so very unfit. Yes. Okay. Carcassonne. Carcassonne is a city in France. I have mostly visited the fort itself. Yes. I don't want to tell how I got into business last time. That is okay. Don't overdo it. Take it easy. Do as much as you need to. Okay. Can you guys see? Yes. Okay, you guys can see it. I should have another pointer. This one blends in very well. It's a Destian-sized town. It is a lovely medieval town. It even before medieval, it was a Roman town, if I remember correctly. Won't be able to say much. That is okay. I'm just happy you're here. Hi, Steel. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you got your Discord back. Yes. So Carcassonne was. Where's the Wikipedia page? I don't remember things in my head. Um, do I have the Wikipedia page here somewhere? No, that was Peripetus. That's the wrong. Oh, everything. Jesus Christ. Okay, Carcassonne. Inhabited since the Neolithic period, even. It is in the southeast. You know how France has a little uh little foot, basically where it attaches to Spain. Hi, Cartails. How are you doing? Um, and it's on the eastern side of that foot. How many times big is this Carcassonne? Quite a few. Hi, Twitchin. My dears, my darlings, my sweets. In the it was it the first signs of settlements of this region have been dated to about 3,500 BC. But the hillside of Karsak became an important trading site in the 6th century BC. And then the Tectosages, the Volsei Tectosages, fortified it and made it into a hill fort. And then it was named Karsak. The Romans fortified the hilltop, named it Carcasso and then Carcassum. And During the 1200s, interestingly enough, it was in the late 1100s and early 1200s. It was actually the hi Drippy. The it was, how do you say, it wasn't the place for the Cathar Knights, the Temple Knights, but it was a very, very important city for the Cathar Knights. But there was a crusade that made people besiege the city, and it still remains today like this because they negotiated surrender rather than being, you know, having a big fight about it. It's embarrassing to think of. Wait, what? How many people actually missed me? I felt horrible about what the hackers were doing, but mostly you all just wanted me to be able to come back. Yeah, we're happy that you're back. We like you. I'm still incapable of recognizing just how well liked I am. Aww. Well, now you know. Now you have seen it. You have evidence of how happy people are that you are here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of history in this city. But for me, it was I've been here 3 times, and you come in from this side over here. Wait, this side over here. I think you can see where I'm pointing. From the city proper. There's the general city of Carcassonne outside of this. This is just the old town. But that's the part that I'm talking about because that's the part I have visited. They ran out of cows to throw over the wall. There is a story about how they were when it was occupied by Saracens, I think it was. The lady who led the town at the time decided to pretend that, haha, we have so much food. So they took a pig, stuffed it full with corn, and threw it over the city walls to show, haha, we have so much food, so fat pigs. You cannot starve us out. And that made the oh, what is it called? Not raid. My brain. Not crusade. Siege. Thank you. That made them break the siege. Yeah. Get love, non-nerd. Yeah. But I love this place. It is beautiful. There's so much historical things that have been preserved. And you come in here and you go up these streets and it's just old buildings everywhere. It's very touristy. Of course it's very touristy. But I love it anyway. Yeah. Over here, I think it was either here or here. There is a museum that me and my mom went to, but not my dad, because it was the torture museum. We both were like, ooh, this is morbid, let's go look at it. It was really interesting because you get to see garrots, you get to see the wooden horses that people sit on and basically get split in two, or they had a flogging wheel and stuff like, not the same as the BDSM museum, no. Slight different vibe. Would watch both of them though. Yes. For different reasons. Slightly different vibe. Slightly. Yes. But it really stuck with me because it was really cool. They had done a good job with it. It wasn't huge, but it was interesting. I had actually only seen the word garrote in World of Warcraft before that, and here I actually saw an actual garrote. So I thought it was really, really interesting. I got the origins of the word. Yes. So here you have a cathedral up here in the corner. I actually never went to this part, which seems to be an uh, oratory arena of some sort. But you have the castle down here. I did visit the castle. It was very cool. It's been so many years since I've been there. I think the last time I was there was in like 2007 or 8 or something. So it was a while ago. But it was good times. They were very good times. The battlements here are crazy. Barbican, they call it. Oh yeah. Both times we're there, they had over here in the Barbican. I think it was here, either here or here. They had jousting tournaments going on. It was so much fun to see. They had I have some pictures from it actually in here. So here's the entrance to the castle itself. You have the city around here, and then you can come into the castle. You can see it on the map. This here. Yes. In the almost middle of the screen. So there's an extra moat. I love these. Look at that. I've taken this picture. Yes. Such a cool place. This is the castle itself, I think. That's from inside the castle. A cool window. I want to go there again to re-experience everything. They say that it's become so touristy, but it's always been touristy. It depends on like how much you can look past the cheap touristy stuff and just go for the fun stuff. One time I was there, one of the times I was there, they actually had a greater owl. Someone was walking around with a greater owl on their arm, and the claws, the talons were so huge. It was such a beautiful creature. Ah, it was enormous. It was like the whole his whole torso big, basically. Majestic creature, beautiful eyes, yes. It was a hoot, indeed. Yeah, I want to go back there and then just re-experience it. This is from inside the cathedral. They had a beautiful is it called a rosette window? I think in Swedish we call it rosette fönster. Fenêtre. It's beautiful. And they have beautiful windows at the altar as well. Apparently it was pretty dark in there. This is a cathedral from the outside. I like taking Dutch angles. This is my photo. And here you can see from outside the cathedral resting upon the hill with a river going through. I don't know which river this is. I did not check. I did not read up. But the castle is over there, and it has a lot of things going on for it. Here is one of my pictures from the tournament. I called it Count the Cameras. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cameras. And on the other side, there was me, at least. 11 with mine, yes. So we're doing some falconry, which was really cool. Yeah, this was in 2005. Can we zoom in a little bit? Yeah. So they had this whole thing about the evil guy and his henchman and the hero guy or something, and they were fighting, and it was really cool. It was a whole theater display. It was fun. It was really fun. The Ord River. Ah, yeah. Oh. And this guy, I think, pretended like he was drunk or something. It was really fun. Yeah. Today it'll be a crowd of phones. Yes. This is 21 years ago. Can you imagine? Jeez. This was a good picture I took. I love this picture. Yeah, no, it's gonna be kind of old vacations. Just talking about fun things I've done, fun places I've been to. I really like this picture. It was such a good picture. Yes. And here we go to Pérepertus, which is a Cathar fortress high up in the mountains close to the Pyrenees. It's south of. Is there a map coming up? Where's the map? There's the map. Yes. So you have Carcassonne up here, and you have Pérepertus here. Perpertus. Perpetus. It's spelled differently depending on where we are. And down here you have Spain. Yes. So Perpetus is here, and you have very close to it Peppa's Toes. Oh my god. Down here you have also a place called Kiribus, which I will show you as well. Okay. I thought this was very funny because the young girl is trying to climb up to this window, and there is a very large drop behind here. And I think the second after her dad comes out from behind here, it goes, no, 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 no. But yes, this is the way you get up to the upper castle of Pérepertus. You can stand up here and look out over all of this countryside. But I remember my stepsister was walking in these flip-flops on this. I was walking in somewhat sturdy shoes, and I was slipping on these stairs because they were worn shiny. But she just flip-flopped all over the place very easily. And the funny thing about when we were up here, at the very top, me and my brother were like, I don't want to go close to the edge. It's very steep down here. It's a very large drop. I'm pretty sure I was there also, or somewhere near that, and it was in the winter. Oh no, really? Yeah, this place is so cool. And you can see the sheer drop over here as well. This is a very defensible fort. Very defensible. But yeah, when we were up here, we were like, we don't want to go close to the edge. But I think I have a picture of my brother sneaking, like crawling almost to the edge of um, the wall and lifting his hand to take a picture over the edge because he didn't want to look. Defensible fort, you say? Yes. It's highly defensible. Let's see if we can get a better picture. Okay, so here we have a picture of the lower keep. You can again see the sheer cliffs. They have their toilet somewhere here, if I remember correctly. And here you get an aerial view. So this is the lower keep. Here, you come up here through. You start on the other side of this cliff, You go around all this way to get up here. It was a beautiful hike, but it was a hike. And my mom hadn't come with us, actually. It was my dad, I, my brother, and my stepfather, my stepsister, my brother, and I. Yeah. So we went up here, and they had a little bird showing down here. It was really cool. I'm gonna say cool a lot, okay? I don't have I have a large vocabulary. I know a lot of. Is this my residence? I wish. I wish. It's very cold in the winter, so I'm not sure I want to live there, actually. Hi, Soupy. There was also a World War II fort along the coast that was crazy, had those kind of domed cannon towers. Ooh, really? Nice. I'm weird in that I like ancient history. I don't like recent history, as in last 200 years. It's not what I really find interesting that much. This is Pérepertus. It is in the south of France. It is a very famous Cathar fort. And it was one of the more impregnable fortresses. You had this very difficult place to go to get up here. It was really difficult to get food and stuff up here. I think they had a crane or something in one of these houses so that they could winch food up. But then you have the higher fort over here, and you had to walk along here. This looks like a nice slope, but this felt very steep when you walked over here. Here you get another aerial view of the fort. Kind of a good space here. Not yet, no. Oh, Peribitus is so cool! Oh my god! I remember standing on. I think I stood here somewhere, and I was looking out over the valley, and I could see the shadow of clouds on the mountains. It was really cool. That's your morning hike? Ooh, you're athletic. But yeah. This is a crazy place. But absolutely wonderful. I loved it so much. I want to go back there sometime before I'm too old. This is Queribus, which is, I think you can see Peripertus somewhere in the distance over there. This is also a Cathar fort, but a little less. Uh, yeah, but this also had very steep stairs up to it, very easily defendable. But it was really interesting inside. And it had a spiral staircase that I took pictures of, and I think I took pictures out of this window, as you will see. Yes, exactly. Look at that view, man. You can see all the way to Spain. So this is what it looks from the side. Queribus. You start down here and you wind your way up to the fort. Absolutely gorgeous place, absolutely wonderful place. I can recommend, if you're ever in southern France, to go and have a look at these forts. It is a trek, but it's well worth it. It's if you like ancient history, at least. I love ancient history because I'm old now. I've always loved ancient history. Castles and ruins and mythology. Yes. That's my jam. You like castles? Yeah, castles are cool. I want a castle. Yes, I want a tower. Tower for a castle. You can see the beautiful view. You don't go in these if you're afraid of heights. was a little bit scary going down these steps. Gotta say, these steps with barely any wall to hold on to, uh, were a little bit terrifying. Just a little bit terrifying. You take a straight tower as well if basement gets too crowded. We'll see. Here's a picture I took from Queribus. You see all the way to Spain. The Pyrenees are right here. It's a beautiful place. Is that the last one? I think that's the last one. That's the first place we're talking about. Yes. So far on the other side of France. Are you French? No, you're not French, right? Have any of you ever been to any cool castles in France? I have been to several old castles in France. I have been to Chenonceau, Palais du Pape, Châteauneuf du Pape. Where have I been? My parents took me to so many castles. I do not remember the name of all of them because I was fairly young when we did this. We used to travel by car down through Sweden, took the ferry over to Germany, took the car down through Germany, and then through France. And through that, we saw so many places. It was beautiful. But every time, they would stop by every goddamn vineyard in the area and go, "We'll just get one bottle." And we're like, "Yeah, whatever." We had our Game Boy and our comics, and we were so bored in the back of the car as we were driving. You've been to Africa! Cool! The wild areas and open zoo in Africa. Nice. I've been to Africa once. We'll get there. I have stories about Marrakesh as well. Only place I've been to in Africa. Yeah. I loved this. This was so good. It was slightly scary, but so good. Okay. Let's see if I can get it to show. Where do we want to go next? Copenhagen or? Because I think Cartales might be interested if I say Copenhagen. That'd be a problem with me down in anywhere in France. I'd absolutely murder to walk around in castles, but you betcha I'll be plodding into vineyards as well. It's gonna be very touristy, Cartales. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Hi, confused cultist. How are you doing? We're talking about vacations today. Have you ever had a vacation that was good and fun? That is not in your city. Don't want you to dox yourself. Have you ever vacationed into some other place? Why is it showing up? Why is it not showing up? Why is it showing? Croatia. Cool. Croatia has lots of cool castles as well. Yeah. I want to go to Croatia at some point. Why Wait, no, that's not it. Ugh. But not for sightseeing, just for relaxation and fun. Ah. So I guess visiting who at the time was my partner counts. Yeah, it counts. Did you do any touristing when you were there? Uh... Okay. This is gonna be a little bit scuff. I apologize. There. Right. Only sightseeing you did was with school. Ah. Yeah, but it's vacation. I guess you saw some good beaches then. Does Croatia have beaches? I think Croatia has beaches. Yes, the botanical garden. It was beautiful. Okay. If you ever go to Copenhagen, Denmark, I recommend that you go to this place. Because inside here, they have the palmery, I think it's called, where they have palm trees, even up here in cold north. So all of this is just greenhouse with tropical plants and all kinds of stuff. It's so interesting to see all the plants that we usually don't see up here. Well, some of them are like indoor plants for us. But most of the time it was just so cool. It is really pretty. It was built somewhere in the 1800s. It's made of cast iron and glass, and inside it has a really cool staircase, and you can walk up here as well. I didn't dare to because I'm afraid of heights. It was really cool, okay. Remember going to the Kew Gardens Desert Exhibition? It was like, all the plants are weeds we have around my house. Been to Belgium, Germany, and Austria with school. We plan to go to Czechia as well. But the stray pandemic disagreed. The stray pandemic. It's very easy to get to as well. Copenhagen main station, then take an S train or a metro train to Nørreport. I think we took the bus. 5 minutes walk, and the park surrounding the main building is muy bueno. Muy bueno. Hi, Stimpinski! How are you doing? Hello. Yeah, the garden around this is exquisite. Queso! And down here, this house, this greenhouse down here were cacti. I need my beach episodes. Ugh, beach. Then you walked under here, under the stairs, and into the butterfly compound, where I met my first atlas moth, which looked like this. It landed on my belly. It looked very tired. So I let it stay there for a while, and I took pictures of it, but I don't have any pictures in this of me. This is the big site. This is how big it actually is. It's gorgeous. Okay, it's gorgeous. Can very much recommend. If you like plants, very much recommend. Yes. Here's the cacti part of the place. There were some really funky cacti. Some spirally, some Attack of the Killer Moths. some plump, some thin, some nopales. Apparently, at some point, they also have. I think they have one of those corpse flowers that only bloom once in a blue moon. And when their corpse flower bloomed, there was a lot of people going there. Here's the staircase, by the way. It terrified me. It looked super rickety. But it's held for a couple 100 years, so I guess it is okay. He is part of the butterfly house. They put up fruit and stuff for the butterflies to drink from. I had a chance to go to Kew. They had one and it was in bloom. Very impressive. Ah. Did it stink? Considering Liquessen has little screens of heights during games, I can't imagine how it is IRL. Yeah. um, walking on the when I last took a ferry, there was a cruise ship even. To get to the cruise ship, you have to walk on these concrete high roads, basically, that are above the harbor area. And I was tense the whole time because you have, like, I don't know, not a lot. It doesn't feel so good. The first bloom on a corpse flower can happen anywhere after 7 to 10 years, and every subsequent bloom is anywhere from 2 to 6 years after that on average. Ooh. You have a butterfly house too. Aw, cool. I want to visit. So no inviting you for parachuting in the event we meet up IRL. No. Would you go parachuting? Really? Cartails? Really? Is that something you would do? Basically, I do what I want kind of flower. You've been wanting to your whole life. Oh god. This sounds terrifying though. I don't like. Nah, I don't like heights. I would probably pee myself. This is how big the Atlas moths can get. The one that landed on me was a little bit smaller, but it was still huge. They are so fluffy. They are so fluffy. Look at this fluffy boy. Yes. They are beautiful, enormous things. I think they're either the biggest or close to the biggest butterflies. Hi, Teki! How are you doing? It's a thing you could experience at least once in your entire lifetime. More if you survive. Yeah, and here's another picture of the Arboretum. And then you go to, of course, you have to visit the Little Mermaid statue. Lille Havsfru, I think it's called in Danish. I'm not entirely good at speaking Danish. But she sits on a little rock at the Lille Havfru, Havfrau, Frau. Yeah. She when I was there were a lot of people standing around taking pictures of her. I took pictures of the people taking pictures. The language of the pastries, yes. Looks chilly, very chilly, especially in winter. There were one of the food types that Denmark is really famous for is called smørrebrød, or basically open-faced sandwiches filled with food. So it could be like a buttload of shrimp on top, or salad on top, or something. It's but usually it's a whole meal on top of a sandwich. Open-faced sandwiches based on rye, so very, very dark. Enough toppings to topple it over. Yes. We're back on the sandwich talk. You know these actually originate in Austria, yes. They're only Danish. And it was really interesting to be there. To try the food. I mean, even though Denmark is our neighbor, the food is slightly different anyway. And Copenhagen is closest to Sweden of almost all of the cities, right? If I remember correctly. I mean, it has a direct connection to Öresund. Öresundbro? There's a bridge that connects Sweden and Denmark. Malmö. Yeah, it connects to Malmö. So it's partly a bridge and partly a tunnel, especially if you take the train. But this is a beautiful little street. When was it I visited Copenhagen? I visited a couple of times, but this time I actually visited to tourist. The other times I visited to meet guild members and stuff. It was nice. It was nice times. But I didn't really do much touristing at the time. But this time, it was like 3, 4 years ago or something, I think. So not too long ago. What did I say? 4 years ago. Okay. This seems to be one of my pictures. So lots of bikes, lots of greenery on the little older streets at least. It was so cute. This is an old school that they had renovated. It was really interesting to walk around inside. They were still renovating it when we were there, but I tried to find some information about it online, but I couldn't really find anything. But it was it had lots of classrooms and stuff that you could visit, and I think it even have a little outside area at some point, like a little. Trying to remember. My memory is not the best. I've been fluffy when it comes to memory for quite some time. That's what's happened when you have depression. Memory is not so good. I blame ADHD as well. But just look at these beams, man. Look how gorgeous these beams are. Yeah. And these, look how beautiful this is. The carving, the artistry. It was nice. It was cool. Yes. Sorry you suffered with depression. I'm still suffering with depression. It's a long-term thing. Here was another cool statue, fountain statue near the what's it called, the seafront. I think we went on a long walk down the. I went with family. We went down the seaside. Do I have a map of Denmark here, of Copenhagen? I don't know if I do. This is one of the more famous tourist places. It's like a marina almost. It's lots of restaurants along the sides and lots of people just sitting or taking pictures of it place. We could only does long form things. Yeah. And this is Amalienborg, apparently. And we went through it. We walked along the side here. We walked over to something called Castellet, which is going to show later on. And it was a long day for walking. We started off early in the morning, walking north, and then we walked south again. That looks like a lot of sand. What is that? Do they have like sand sculptures? Huh. Marina Plaza Nyhamn. You can visit more hipster parts, but you'd be impressed. Yes, it was very hipster. And you wait for the stove to head that you didn't turn on. Heat. Oh no, Simpinski. Oh dear. But yeah, it was very nice walking down here. We were pretty tired by the time we got here because we'd already wandered a few hours up towards Castellet, wandered around there, looked at the Little Mermaid, and then wandered back down to Amalienborg here. Yeah, it seems like they have some kind of sand competition up here. That's cool. Sandcastle competition. I don't know what Amalienborg is. It looks governmental. We walked through it. It was nice. It was a beautiful day. It was cool. This is a very sad thing. We saw this place as we walked past it. This is the Buschen. What is it called in English? It's one of the residences for the royal family. Ah. Hi, Red. Let me give you some clicks. This place burned down a couple of years ago. The trade exchange, yeah. This was a historic building with lots of art, lots of history inside, and this cool spire, and it burned down a couple of years ago. So I'm glad to have seen it, at least in passing in real life, before it burned down. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 years ago it burned down. Do you remember Card Tales? Where it's really cool. This is just a beautiful little street. It's being rebuilt as we speak. Ah. About 2 years ago. Ah. Yeah. But they lost it. They managed to save a lot of the art. If I was I put an incendiary there so that 2 years later, haha, it would explode and burn everything down. No. I don't know why. Why did they find out why it burned down? Of course you do so. I will take all of your historical landmarks. That's okay, Red. And here's another of the beautiful little city streets. I think this is the same city street, actually, that I took a picture of. Huh. Ah, here we go. So, our hotel was somewhere down here. We'd walk up past the Tivoli and up here and all the way through Castellet to see Little Mermaid and then go down around here again. Jeez, it was such a long walky day. But most of the things to do in Copenhagen are very concentrated here. Oh, the old school thing was right here, I believe. Somewhere in these old quarters up here. It was so interesting. Liku unlocked timers. Liku unlocked wireless triggers. Yeah. School thing. Yes. It was a school building thing. I am very eloquent, I promise. But this is out on Castellet. It's a military constructed island, I believe. It's a little island fort. So all of this is military buildings here. It's built like this, interestingly enough. like a star. You have the sea over towards the lower left. Yes, you have Gothenburg. It's very cool. Can you see the Tivoli? You should be able to see it. They're probably up here. Yeah. I don't know if this place is still in use as a military operation thing. I don't think so, because then people wouldn't be able to come and go as much as they do. But it was very interesting to walk here. I think they had a memorial here for I don't remember what they were. I think it was the people who perished in the Second World War or something. I don't remember. Anyway, it was really interesting to watch. Look at it. Look at it. Yes, it's very cool. Very interesting. And here we are at the Glyptotek, I think it's called. Glyptotek, which is a museum. One of the really cool museums in. It's a wasp in Copenhagen. We went there and they had an Egyptian exhibition, and I thought this was really interesting to see a wasp depicted on an Egyptian thing, stone thing. I'd never seen that before, so I wanted to take a picture of it. I thought it was really cool. Yes. Egyptian wasp! Buzz! Buzz! Hieroglyphs, yes. This is the Glyptotek. It's a really cool old building. Just going there for the building itself is a good idea. If you're interested in buildings, I am. They have a really cool winter garden, I think it's called. With some interesting sculpture. Is it a glyph library? I don't know. It's a beautiful place, so very pretty. And just look at these floors and these walls here. Look at this. Look at this shit. It's not the best resolution on the picture, but you get the picture. You get the picture. Yeah. The sculpture collection is astounding, really. I mean, those are some nice bum cheeks. Those are some very nice bum cheeks. Now that you're saying it, yes. Very nice butt. Very, very bubble butt. Very nice. I wonder how many have actually touched it. I think there's another butt over here. Liquessen goes traveling to judge other places' decorations. Yes. Or admire. You could call it admire as well. Just look at this floor here. Look at this. It's beautiful. Yes. This floor is less interesting, but this is cool. Yeah. And they had a cafe over here on the side that was very nice. Yeah. I took several pictures of this apparently. Or downloaded pictures. I didn't take these. Then we come to the Tivoli. This place. This is why every time I say like a amusement park, I say Tivoli, because it's become synonymous for me with amusement park. I don't know if we're going to the Tivoli. We just say that in Sweden, and we mean amusement park. So when I first started talking about, oh, let's go to an amusement park, and I said Tivoli to Destian and other people who were not from Sweden, they were like, what? What's a Tivoli? Don't you know what? Isn't it a Tivoli? Isn't that what it is? Isn't that the name for it? Yeah, this is the Tivoli. It's a huge amusement park in the center of in Copenhagen. You enter here. Over on the northern part here. There is a Lego store, by the way, there where you can make your own Lego figure. Um, and this is just huge. They have a little lake as well. This is a boat. This is a ship in the middle of the lake, so you can just judge how big this stuff is. They have, I don't know how many rides. They have a huge one here, several small ones down here, that huge one here and here. But there's also restaurants and just gardens that you can walk through, and uh, over here they have the shooting gallery and stuff. This is the old street. I don't know what it's called, but it was really cool. Yes, there's boobies. A lake in the middle of the lake. Yes, of course. Brought the cake and the whole bakery, as I say. Yes. But this was a very beautiful little street in the middle of on the side of the amusement park. Here you can also see how big it is. It's huge! Huge, I say! You enter here. Down here where I'm hiding it. And then there's just so many things happening all over the place. And this art showing put up everywhere as well. That's what this is. The art chart. Look at this stuff. So much fun. You can do anything in here. Almost. So many fun things to do. I can very much recommend it. Sorry, I had to drink. Art attack. Yes. I had a really good time. I didn't go to many rides because I've gotten scared of rides when I got older. You choose teleportation just so you could visit them all? Yep. I'd go for even being able to teleport within sight. Because then you can go to a tall building and you can zip over there. You can go into an airplane and go, I want to be down there. Zip. Would be so cool. So cool. And running flush along the outer parts of Tivoli facing toward the central station, and you'll find some amazing food markets, you mean. A nice few beer bars and a nice cocktail bar. Ooh. There was one restaurant we went to that had sand on the floor. It was really weird. I tried to look for it on Google as well, but I couldn't find it. It was but they had pretty good food, if I remember correctly. And then the government would be after you. You like food, huh? Cartels? Yes, of course. Everyone likes food. Well, almost everyone likes food. But mostly for people, but also so I could sleep a bit later and not deal with travel times. Yes, that is also one of the points. Yes. That's the last picture from Denmark that I have. Really, I would take teleportation because I hate to move shit or be outside when it's hot. Yeah, that's also a good reason. Um, if I'm not showing everything about the good places to go to in these areas, it's because I haven't seen them. So I cannot recommend them. But I'm showing off the places I have seen and I have liked. It's my vacation stream. Humph. Yes. Good luck catching me. Yeah. Oh, wasn't there a movie like that called? Oh, what was it? No, no, not Catch Me If You Can. No. There was a movie with a guy who could teleport, and the government was trying to catch him. It was kind of a love story somewhere in that as well. Leaper. It could have been Leaper. Yeah. Yeah. Typical dating profile. I like good food, good coffee, and good company. So you're like everyone else. There aren't many who like bad food, bad coffee, and bad company. Where's Nightcrawler from X-Men? He's a cool character. I like Nightcrawler. He's one of my Jumper. Ah, yes. It was something similar. Yes. I thought it was an interesting movie. Uh, it I remember it, so I apparently liked it. I don't remember much except for there being panics. The British hoodie. Hmm. Ow. Yes, that's what I have to show about Copenhagen. We have 4 more places to go. We'll see if we get to all of them. Which one do we want to go next? I think I'll put up a poll and go for a little break meanwhile. British hoodie's called a jumper. Ah. Yeah. Let's see. Poll. Poll. New poll. Next vacation. Marrakesh, Ireland, Scotland, and break the poll. Samuel L. Jackson is in Jumper. Ah. What was the last place? Paris, right. Okay. Starting the poll. You guys can vote while I go and see if I can get something to munch on. Yes. 25% to all. Yes. You gets. No. Why, Techie? No. Attacking? It is. Okay. Dang it. I thought it would just stop aggroing, but it didn't. Alright. Murder it is.
Is lemon soda.
Yeah.
Whoops. I took something off by mistake. What did I take off?
How could you do this to me? My perfectly arranged menu.
Oh, the Traveler's Feast. That's what. Okay, that's fine.
Oh. Did he go up here? There he is.
Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you.
That's not, are you sure it's alive? What the hell, man? What should we do with the random people? What should we do with the random people? What should we do with the random people? Let it on, we eat them. Sacrifice them on a burning altar, sacrifice them on a burning altar, sacrifice them on a burning altar, and enjoy the screaming.
Not one to croak without a fight.
Great design on the
Maybe we
eyes.
can
Yes,
do
the
something
eyes.
for 'em, though.
That's exactly what I looked at first.
But I will not be working that meat. Don't take that out of context.
Meet your counter. Oh, no. Ow. Oh, no. This is worse than I thought it was. Oops.
Deep into that.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one.
Too deep into what, Matty?
The
Too
people
deep
will
into
not
what?
soon forget.
Oh
Too
my.
deep into what?
Well, if you're
No,
a
do not
priest,
make these
probably the
noises.
child.
Do not make these fucking noises right now. This is not appropriate. This is not the correct moment to do this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we all know that that's why they invented.
Yet how will they
baptism.
choose to remember?
Listen, I'm just gonna say the weather is lovely outside. I'm just going to open the window and go.
Magical girl! Jinx. Glorious soft simmering silk. Simmering silk! Shimmering silk. Simmering. What does it say? Duh. What does it say? Is it demon horns? This one sucks. I think it says demon horns. Oh my god. Why are some of these terrible? Ah, no! Jesus Christ, no!
But I will not be working that meat. Don't take that out of context.
Someone clip that, please. And clip it
No.
out of context. Still right there. I think it might be your oh, my tea. It's attached to the tea. Look at that. Okay.
Hey.
As for me, these questions 3. The other side, you'll see.
I was wondering why I was starting to glide.
Wait, sorry, you've got something. Stay
Wait,
still.
here,
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
here, here.
No, left a bit. Left a bit.
Left of it. Oh, sorry, over there. Okay.
No, other left. No.
Let me.
No.
I have
Let me try and present a better side. Let me assist. I'm just.
Press any button. I guess it wants us to play with controller. How's the sound? Not too bad. Yay! Sleepiness! Nope. That was the wrong button. Sorry. Pro streamer. Why? I don't want to turn around. Ah, yeah! I knew it! Ah! Jesus Christ. So many books. I want them.
Why?
Because I like books.
Why not?
No, it's just like I know that you like books. It's just like you say that, and then all I'm thinking about is like they're just gonna sit there, aren't they?
Yes.
So?
I want to look smart. Damn it!
I like the having of books. They're pretty and cool.
It's not about looking smart because we know that's a loss. Anyway.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Ah! No. You git. Yes, I was muted. So, there's a 29% on Marrakesh, Öland, and Scotland. Gosh dang it. You got alien. What is the alien again? Well, every time I say alien isolation. No. I would have to use like a random D4, random D3 or something. You voted Paris? We'll get to Paris. Okay. Roll the die. Okay. We start with Scotland. Alien isolation is good. I find it too long. But that's also because I took way too long getting to places. Hi, Scottish. Welcome in. Also got the DLC. Ooh, nice. Do you get easily scared? Okay. Next time I know what I have to do for this. Play the intro and then they rotated. What do you mean? Rotated. Hi, Chichil. How are you doing? Nope, that's not the one. That's the one. And now we slide it all the way back. Swapping player after each death. Ah. Not after each death. There was one death. I have had several vacations. We have talked about Copenhagen so far, and we have talked south of France. Ah, thanks, Techie. That's very kind of you. Ugh. Thank you. I'm just picturing your brother picking you up, spinning you around, and putting you back down, handing you back the controller. So, I was in Marrakesh in Morocco once. It was a very long time ago. I was there for my mother's 60th birthday. It was just me, her, and my brother. One of my brothers. I have 3 brothers. And so the flight in was very beautiful. I love sitting at the window and looking out and seeing the environment and the everything around. Yes, I have 3 half brothers. Yes. Uh So I have 1.5 brother. Definitely. Anyway, so when we come to the airport, it starts with the airport. Because as soon as we get there, we want to take a taxi. And we take one of the taxis outside of the you have more brother. And we take one of these taxis that sit outside, and as soon as we get into the taxi, it is rickety. It is very. It is even dirty inside. There's like trash on the floor and everything. We're like, what the hell is this? And then they start driving us, and it feels like it's made of paper. That's how much it rattles. How thin the vehicle feels. I'm worried the whole time we're going inside. And then they get to the city itself. And it starts driving through these very narrow streets, because the city of Marrakesh, especially in the old town, have very narrow streets. They're made for people to walk, not for cars. But he drives through these streets and manages to get to this little what's it called? Plaza, a tiny plaza. And it's like, yeah, you go there and then you take a right and you go down there. Like, what the hell? Okay, fine. A little bit shaken by this chaotic ride. We take our bags and we start heading towards the riad that we are going to stay at. But we're like, we're going down this alleyway to get to our hotel? What? And then we have to go down this even smaller alleyway. And there's like a half door or something inside of the alleyway, and we're like, this is our hotel? This can't be our hotel. Marrakesh is in Morocco, northern Spain. So it's like on the kind of bump of Africa, the western bump of Africa. And so we knock and we enter, and it's a gorgeous place. In these 2 alleyways, and then you come in, and it opens up to these inner courtyards, and it's gorgeous, beautiful place. Let's see if I can have some pictures coming in. Yeah, like it opens up like this. This is not the riad, because I couldn't remember the name of the riad. It's been many years. But it opens up like this with inner courtyards, and you have the rooms on the top floor, and you walk here through various courtyards to one another, and you eat down here, and it's look at this place. It's gorgeous. It was so beautiful, and the rooms were beautiful as well. I can really recommend staying at a riad if you're going to Marrakesh. Now, I am Sour. His name is Roku. He used to be Roku. He used to be I am Roku, but then he changed to I am Sour. So yeah, these are just gorgeous places with the the food place down here, and you have the rooms at the top. Is so cozy, just the coziest fucking place. I'm an absolute sucker for those small and remote places that on the outside seem sketchy but turn out to be little oases. Definitely, that is definitely what this was. It was such a difference in just everything. From a dark little alleyway to these palaces of comfort and water and greenery. Then we went to the souk, which are the open markets, basically. Were you recommended by a friend? Did your mom find it? I think my mom found it somewhere online. She did a lot of research because it was for her 60th and she wanted to go with just us, her kids. Like going through Cube Town by taking the shady alleyways. Less people there. But shadier people there, maybe. But yeah, the souks are fascinating. They are these sometimes pretty touristy places, but filled with market stalls. Like this herb stall. Oh, I haven't... Ooh. I didn't actually sort this one. Oh, man. I thought I had. So yeah, here's another souk. Providing a bit of shade while you go shopping. What do they have here? Shoes, bags, blankets, pillows, clothes. It's a bit touristy. Some teens smoking. Oh, disgusting. Bags. I bought a leather bag there. I tried. One of the things you have to do is try to get the price down. But as soon as you try in English to get the price down, they're like, oh, no, we don't speak English. Only parler français. So they only speak French then. And they're like, I know French. And my brother was even better at French. So they couldn't get away with that. But yeah, you have to bargain a little bit. It was good times. Very difficult for someone from the Scandinavian countries because we're not used to the confrontation of like, yeah, I think this is too expensive for your product. Yeah. But I bought a leather bag that I still have somewhere. I think it's upstairs. It was a beautiful thing. And I bought a red tunic. And I kept arguing that, I can make better than this. And they're like, well, make it better than this then. I'm like, but... Eventually we settled on a price and I got it and I was very happy. And I used it for LARP. For my pirate costume. I just thought of something and now it's not here anymore. God damn it, brain. Okay, back we go. So, this is a place called the Ben Youssef Medersa It was an old school, apparently, or college even, and it's filled with this kind of artwork on the walls and everything. Look at this shit. Why don't we do this stuff anymore? Why are we so boring in our architecture nowadays? Because it's cheap. Yeah, money. But we don't have anything left to leave for the world afterwards, do we? If we don't embellish and make it pretty and give it importance. You got to have money. We love concrete, yes, because it's cheap. No, it was really beautiful to go here. The funny thing is that I had forgotten we went here until I saw pictures that my brother had taken. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, huh, interesting. Why did I forget that? This is the city, and you can see the mountains in the background. You could go on tours that take you out of the city for the day. I think for even a 2 days, or like an overnight trip over to the mountain tribes and stuff like that to visit and see more, even more touristy things, I suppose. But it was a beautiful view. I remember going up to the roof of our riad, of our hotel, and looking out and going, wait a minute, those are the mountains. I can see the mountains in the distance. Ooh. Hi, Juanca. How are you doing? It was beautiful. Yeah, people tend to use their roofs for a lot of things, which we don't do a lot here, but that's because if we had this, there would be so much snow on them and they would cave in. I can really recommend you, if you're ever interested in going to visit someplace in Morocco, to go visit Marrakesh, because it's if you like history, it is chock full of history. Very much history. Very good, yes. Has several palaces. This is the Jema El Fna, the big marketplace. I was recommended not to drink the the orange juice, because some people have gotten food poisoning from it because we don't have the right gut bacteria for it. But it's really cool. And there was this is gonna date when it was, but we went to sit at this cafe here and then we had some drinks, and we had a little photograph that my mom had on her desk. She was so happy to see her kids being at this place, and just a week after we had gotten home, this place was bombed by a suicide bomber. So that was memorable, to say the least. And I remember Mom saying that she saw a picture from the bombing and going, "You sat in front of that mosaic and now it's gone." Hi, Teiyu. So that was interesting, and like a reminder of how safe we are over here. Yeah, it was slightly traumatic. But it was very nice when we were there. It was very nice city, very nice people so far. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah. The Argana. I think they had it like in here somewhere. I don't remember exactly where it was, if it was up here or here. Then we had the souks again. We had pictures of the souks. This has a little bit of a story to it. Hi, Teo. We were out walking, and I had seen in a tourist brochure that there was a ruin of some palace in the city. It was very close to the Gemalfna. And my brother and my mother were like, "No, we're not interested." I'm like, "Please, I love ruins. Please, please." So they like, "Okay, fine, we'll go." And afterwards they were like, "Okay, it was interesting. It was really interesting, actually." Yay! Yeah, so it's a ruin of a huge palace that used to be here. But now they have like trees and stuff. I don't remember much about it. I remember seeing storks nesting on top of the towers and stuff. And I thought it was interesting that all these holes, I don't remember what all these holes were for. But it's a really cool place. I can recommend this one as well. And then we went to the Jardin du Majorel, I think they were called. Or the Majorel Gardens, where we could see Yves Saint Laurent's villa. He lived here, and he's I don't know if everyone knows who Yves Saint Laurent is. He's a fashion designer, and they have had, at least back then, an exhibition on his works and things that he had gotten inspired by African fashion. And it was really cool, and I took a lot of pictures, and I haven't found those pictures, which irks me and worries me a little bit, because I want to see them again. I don't know where they are. They were on an old computer, and they might be on the hard drives that are laying here. I don't know. But he lived here. It was a really interesting place, beautiful garden. Yeah. His garden was huge. And that's it. Huh. That was fast. I had a great time in Marrakesh. One fun thing was that we thought it would be warm because we went at like Easter time-ish, but it was actually pretty cold. I thought, yeah, Africa, it's in the desert. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be sweaty. Yeah. We don't need to pack any warm shirts or anything. And when we get there, I was cold. I was so cold. So we actually bought a sweater for me. Which I still have, and it's one of my favorite sweaters. 65 stream streak, nice. Sweet. But it was such an interesting visit. And it was just me and my brother and my mother. And we made lots of memories. We visited some other place that I don't remember what it was called. It was like an excavation place that they just left open to the air. I don't remember what it was. It was a few years ago, like 20 years ago or something. 17 maybe. It was a while ago, a very long while ago. Yes. Have you guys ever been to Marrakesh or to Morocco? I have been very privileged with my travels. No? Have you been anywhere outside of your home country? I know that it's less common for Americans to go outside of their home country, right? Because you have everything, basically. You have so many things. What you don't have is like ancient castles. You do have Indian history, which is ancient history, but you don't have big castles like we do. You've been on a cruise to different places. Ooh, cool. That must have been expensive. You've been to Turkey. Ooh, I've never been to Turkey. Ah, sorry. My nose was itching. Okay. I ate turkey, does that count? I have eaten turkey as well. It's not my favorite meat. Hmm. Bam 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 bam. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, Jesus! Shoo, wow, I got scared. Jesus Christ. I was technically Poland
Time
because
to do
there's
some
a town right on the border.
stretches.
Cool. Yes, you did startle me. Hi, Combat Oven. Hello. I was slightly focused on something else. Oh, sorry. Ooh, head pats. Ooh, I do like head pats. Wait, no head pats? Why are there no head pats? Ah. Mix it up doing its thing again. Dang it, no. Yeah, okay, sorry. Don't worry about it. Hi, Simple Slime Boy! How are you doing? What were you doing? What were you up to? Let's see. Combat Oven. Treasure Beach. What is that?
What is that card?
What about cod?
Cody, no, what is that card, sir?
Do you
Card.
desire fish, ma'am?
Oh, good heavens.
Tip Tip Cheerio.
Banana! You know, I do wish that an unfunny man were here. I feel like he would appreciate this greatly.
He would quite appreciate it, yes.
I believe we are doing his people a great service.
Oh, more man.
It's a very low-key, cute exploration sort of game. You find stuff in the sand and clean it up to resell it and clean up the beaches. Oh, sweet. That sounds like a very cozy game. Hello, Ray Whisper. Thank you for the kitty cats. Okay, I have something here. All right. Okay. I realized I should have done this beforehand. Yeah. Okay. Which do we do now? Do we do Edinburgh or do we do Ireland? Which do we do? Sorry for you guys showing up just Scotland! Freedom! Scotland forever! Oh, sorry, stretchies. Okay. I should have done this beforehand. Race sword in Scotland. This is not scuff. This is definitely not scuff. Yep. Okay. Okay. We start with Scotland. So, I loved going to Scotland. It was really cool. One of the I didn't see much of Edinburgh. We went to Edinburgh, Stirling, Culross, and Doon. Yeah, I think that's where we went. So this is an old map of old Edinburgh. And you can see how it's laid out in almost like a herringbone structure. It was you had the funny thing is that the lower end of the street is the rich part of the city that goes down towards a palace over here that I can't show you right now. A palace right here at the end. The Bowling Green. I don't remember what this place is called. 28, what does it say? Abbey Close Court. Yeah, something like that. We never managed to get in there. It was closed by the time we went in and wanted to go there. But it was cool. And so this part of the city was the poor part of the city, right before the castle at the very other end of the street. You can see it on the very edge here. I never went to the castle. The funny thing is, when we went to the castle, first time we went to the castle, it was too late. I'm like, okay, fine, it's too late to get in there. Second time, got a call about something at home, and we had to do other things. Third time we try to go to the castle, he's like, we have 1 hour to do this castle. And they say, no, we have what's it called? Admittance is closed now. It's only an hour. I'm like, we can see much in an hour. Like, no, you're not allowed in. What? But we. Oh man. God dang it. So, never saw it. The Northern Loch that was here was actually a constructed loch, I think it was. And this is a huge hill. This is a huge hill that stretches like this. These streets on the far edge are several floors taller than the ones over here at the summit. So back in the days when they you know, they emptied their their porta potty, you know, their potties and stuff. They emptied them out onto the street, and it flowed down the street into the loch. So when they finally decided to close the loch and pave it over, this place was full of nutrients. So today, when this is a garden, it is the lushest garden I've seen because of all the shit that used to be there. So many nutrients in the soil. But you can also see how very close all these rows are. They're even called closes. And up here somewhere is something called Mary King's Close, which we're gonna get to. We're gonna get to that. It's a very interesting story. But these houses could be up to 10 floors high back in the day. And apparently when the wind was strong, these houses would sway. And sometimes they would even collapse. So they put in some rules that they could only be a certain number of stories tall, because otherwise they would collapse. But one of the bad things about this place, about the top city, was the people who came here perhaps with their last money and to find a job in the city. And then they couldn't find a job, but they couldn't leave because they didn't have money to pay the toll. So they got stuck in the city. Poor things. So there was definitely an overcrowding issue in the top city. In the north, the tall city, high city, whatever you want to call it. There's so many good stories about this place. Or tragic stories, but also good stories. You know how it is. Nowadays, we find them cool and interesting. Back then, pretty terrible. But we went on a historic walkabout in the city, which was fairly long. I think it was like 2 hours. My feet were dead afterwards. But they have ghost wanderings, which I was not interested in. I want the history of the place, the actual history, not the ghosts. I don't really believe in ghosts. Not really. Just a little bit. But the whole old city is gorgeous. Touristy, but gorgeous. Full of history. Can highly recommend. We spent several days up here. Just looking at various things and going to the Greyfriar churchyard down here. Ooh, pickles. Sorry, we're playing Bongo Cat at the same time. Ah! That's what I remember, at least. But here's a little newer map where you still see the old city up here, and then they built it out to accommodate more people. This is still a fancy district. Yeah. This is what one of the walkways up to the old city looks like. Very colorful houses on this row. And you can see the castle in the background. I think this is from up on the hill, Cawthon Hill or something. I think this is part of the train station, maybe? You see the church in the background. A big church. Here we have one of the first pictures of Mary King's Close. So, back in the... I don't remember exactly when. Let me check it out. Let me Google this shit. Mary King's Close. Wikipedia. There. The close was partially demolished and buried due to the building of the Royal Exchange in the year 1753, and later closed to the public for many years. So, they built the Royal Exchange on top of this... Wait, map. Here. So this is what it looked like. And then, from here, they decided to just demolish everything and build on top of it. And then they kind of closed it all up. And in the early 1900s, when they were doing... they were looking for shelters for the First World War, I think it was, or something like that. And they found these house remains buried underneath the city. It was like it had been frozen in time almost. Nowadays, you can actually go into this this labyrinthine place where you walk from one house length and to another house length and just see various rooms and get to hear the stories and like what it was like at the time when the plague came to the city, stuff like that. So cool, so cool, so dramatic. So this is one of the streets. It's actually built over, but you can walk here and see several floors of buildings next to you. It's fascinating how all this was just buried. This is one of the closes in an upper city. You can go... This looks fairly flat. Most of them are kind of steep sloped. Here is one of the churches that I thought looked very evil. Because it has red. It's very dark and it has red panels. And I think this down here was a restaurant we were recommended. But we never went there. Because it was fancy as fuck. But I heard it had very good food. Yes. And, it was such a cool trip. Several churches on the whole road. Yes. The historical walkway, the walk that we did, actually had one part where we went into these, not catacombs really, but these, it used to be the smugglers' caves, underneath a bridge. And when the Great Fire of Edinburgh struck through the city on top, people couldn't flee the city because of the toll. So they actually sought, that's the word. They sought out places where they thought they would be safe, like these smuggler tunnels or other cellars of some kind. The problem was that these places became ovens. The air that came in from above was so hot that they basically cooked in there. So afterwards, they found hundreds of people dead inside these caves underneath the city. So tragic, but so interesting nowadays. Here's just a picture of how steep these hills are. I like that they've kept so many things. Here's also a picture of the Mary King's Close and how they built on top of it. So this is the Royal Exchange that they built on top of, the city underneath. You see the steep hill going down here, and you see the various rooms of the houses. I think they paved over. Here's one street, I think, that goes in between. Or is it a room? I can't tell. Interesting, either way. Yes. I think this is a street. This is an alleyway between the houses. Or an entrance into a house. If you go to Edinburgh, I can very much recommend the Mary King's Close. It's a little bit touristy, but it's very interesting to hear the history behind it all. I recommend you take the guided tour. It's the most interesting part. Then we actually went outside of Edinburgh. There's so many things inside Edinburgh that could be interesting, but we never really went to. There's a huge... Edinburgh Mountain. Arthur's Seat. In the middle of the city, there's something called Arthur's Seat. It is an ancient extinct volcano. And it's just jutting out of the landscape, and the view from up there must be magnificent, because the view of the rock from below is also magnificent. Let me see. Save image as... Let's see if we can find it. Nope. Okay. Never mind. So, we went to Culross. Edinburgh and Bath are the two prettiest cities I've seen on this whole island. Ah, I need to visit Bath. Yeah. Hi, Techie. Culross is a small town at the edge of the river. And it has actually been the place for shooting. I think it's most famous for being one of the sites for Outlander, the TV show. And they have filmed here at the Culross Palace? Mansion? Palace? Whatever you want to call it. Which is a yellow house. Very interesting. We never went inside, however. We just moseyed about, looked at the place. Went along here, ate some ice cream. Just chilled. Ate some food at the Red Hart Inn over here somewhere. Very nice place. Very chill. And they had an historic mine out in the water, which was very strange. So they had apparently they'd found iron or something in the water. So they dug down at the water's edge and made a mine into the water, which I found very, very uncomfortable. You can't go into it nowadays, but Culross mine. The Moat Pit, a coal mine in the sea, is the site of a 16th century undersea mining in Culross. operated for 35 years, before being overwhelmed and flooded during the Great Storm of 1625. Pretty terrifying place. There's no pictures. God damn it. Anyway. Apparently they dug down into the seabed to find coal in the sea, which is very strange to me. But Culross was adorable little town. Can recommend going there. Just chill for an afternoon. Very cozy place. I should have gone to see the church. It looked interesting. Never went, sadly. Also would like to go into the palace someday. Look at this picturesque place. It's so cute. Oh. Then we got to Dune. Because we should have gone to Stirling first, but Dune is one of the castles in Monty Python's Holy Grail. Yes. On one of these parapets, especially this one, I think, is where the French people come and say, "Hello, who is it? Your father was a hamster and your mother smelled the elderberries." Mother was a hamster, father smelled the elderberries. Yeah. And flung stuff at the people. I think they hid down here for the filming. Or down here, maybe. And it was through these gates that they took in the rabbit. If you built this large wooden badger. It's a cool place. Look at this. Look at this. Great hall. One of the cool things about this place is that the walk guide is actually narrated by one of the guys from Monty Python. And he does it so well. They also talk about the movie and like, oh, in here we had this scene and we did this stuff, but historically it was blah 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 blah. So really cool. I liked seeing the. They also filmed Outlander here. A few of the scenes, I think. Look at this place, so cool. Yep. And they try to keep it good. Sorry. I'm getting tired. This is a garderobe, or a loo. You couldn't go out on the parapets when we were there, which was great sadness. I would have liked to see where my French people stood. Sadness. But they had some really, really cool places up here. The ladies' chamber and the lord's chamber, and they had a hall for feasting and stuff. It was so cool. And we're back in Edinburgh. Why is it called Grey? Oh yeah, because now we're talking about the Greyfriars. We're back in Edinburgh to talk about the Greyfriars churchyard and how it had part of the Flodden gate in it. I think this is the Flodden wall here. The red one. If I remember correctly, the Flodden wall was a big disaster because they actually didn't need it because the city surrendered or something. If I remember correctly. There was something funny about the wall that I don't remember right now. I should have done my research. I'm so sorry. You can do your research as well. But it's It lies right here, not far away from the grass market and the Royal Mile. Here's the Flodden Wall, inside the churchyard. The churchyard is very interesting to watch, to go to, just to look at all these huge memorial stones. There are so many important people buried here. The Wikipedia page has so many entries of this person, and they show pictures of many of the graves. And there was a story about this dog that I'm trying to recall. It was such a loyal little dog. Okay. No, we're checking it out. We googling it. Greyfriars Bobby. The best known version of the story is that Bobby belonged to John Gray, who worked for the Edinburgh City Police as a night watchman. When John Gray died, he was buried in... I think I petted the nose. I think I did. He was buried in Greyfriars Kirkyard, and Bobby then became known locally, spending the rest of his life sitting on his master's grave. Bobby is said to have sat on the grave, by the grave, for 14 years. He was buried just inside the gate of the Greyfriars Kirkyard, not far from John Gray's grave. A year later, an English philanthropist, Lady Burdett Coutts, was charmed by the story and had a drinking fountain topped with Bobby's statue erected at the junction. That's this one. Oh, they even have his collar somewhere. Cute. But it's a story of loyalty. I think we ate in here. It was like a pretty nice place. Such a good boy. Such a good dog. And the churchyard, as I said, has so many fascinating graves. This is just a few of them. It's beautiful to walk around on. Ah, Sterling! This is not the best picture of Sterling. Sterling is on a hilltop above Stirling Castle is on a hilltop above Stirling. And it is a somewhat steep climb to get there. Especially if you come from the wrong way. If you go around. And we went for a tour, and the tour guide was super interesting. Super interested also in having questions. And they were talking about how when they what's it called? When they fixed this old hall, when they renovated, yes. When they renovated the old hall, they painted it in the original color, which was like a pinkish yellow. Or a sunset orange or something. And people were really upset because they thought that it was an ugly color. But it's historically accurate. And there were stories about how there was an alchemist who had managed to fool the court into accepting him into the castle and stuff like that. And eventually they got tired of his scams and had him prove that his flying machine could work, or his flying costume could work. I don't remember this. I'm telling the story so poorly. Sterling chicken costume. chicken story. The famous chicken story of Stirling is the 1507 tale of John Damien, a royal alchemist who tried to fly from Stirling Castle to France using wings made partly of chicken feathers. His attempts to make gold failed, but to win back favor, he built a pair of large wings and announced he would fly the channel to France. And he jumped from the walls and he landed into a pile of muck. Instead of dying, he only broke a leg. He blamed the failure on the feathers, saying chicken feathers was a mistake because chickens naturally want to scratch in the dirt rather than soar like eagles. Such a silly story. But when you're desperate, you do desperate things. You didn't want to get killed, so... This was a beautiful place. They had back here an exhibition on the making of the tapestries, which I found exquisitely interesting. Because I like clothes and tapestries and needlework and stuff like that. So it was very interesting to me. It was also very interesting to hear that the powder house was back here as well, far away from any important buildings. And like, oh, that makes sense. Having the powder house somewhere else. And the grand hall had a beautiful ceiling. This is before they added all the tapestries, I think, because it had lots of tapestries and insignias and stuff. Especially by the over here in the, I think in the glass, it actually had the regalia of the various houses around Stirling from when it was built. So the various not patron houses, what is it called? The houses that you lord over. It was beautiful. Can also recommend going to Stirling if you're ever there. Get the tour. There was some interesting statues here all over the place as well, along the Lord's chambers of various kings and stories and queens and stuff. Over here, I think it was the monument to William Wallace, if I remember correctly. A large tower. But the view from up here was beautiful. You come up here through the gate here, and you come up to into the courtyard from here. I think this was the Queen's Garden or something, if I remember correctly. There were several layers of courtyards before you get into the castle itself, so this was also very defendable. I mean, you could try to climb, I suppose, but that's more infiltration than attack. Sorry, I burped. But beautiful place, beautiful place. And I think on this courtyard down here, there were markings in the floor for where old buildings had been. Like the old church, how it had been situated in this space and stuff like that. I was like, ooh, yay! Oh, I want my pictures. Where are my pictures? It sucks that I don't know where my pictures are. I had so many pictures from this place. Inside here, they had a ceiling full of paintings of the old Scottish kings and lords and stuff, and stories like William Wallace, and it was so interesting. It was full of history. It's not just a bunch of grey stones. It was full of color and tapestries and stories, and oh, it was so good. No, this was the Queen's Garden down here, I think. It used to be the Midden, but then they converted it. So cool. Yes. Have you guys ever been to Stirling? Techie, have you been to Stirling? I should have visited the city as well. There's probably so much to see everywhere in Scotland. One of the things that I'm sad that we didn't really make time for, because I wanted to see a lot of castles, was going to the Highlands. We'll probably plan a trip to the Highlands at some point. Ugh. I had stories from my dad that he was actually, my stepdad, that he was actually in the Highlands shooting grouse. Fancy ass man. Good times. I can very much recommend this place because it was super, 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 super interesting. Yes, I would have liked to spend more time there, but we spent a few hours, like 3 hours or something, and then we had to go. Dang it! Ah well. You from what's it called? Great Britain and Scotland and stuff like that. I hope you have stories and tales of places that we should go visit at some point. Yes. But I did pet the nose. So, next up on our thing is when I went to Ireland. Ireland is this island here. Gotland is this. Gotland is also very interesting. Can recommend. Especially during week 32, which is soon. I think it's next week. Let me check. No, it's in 2 weeks. Okay, in 2 weeks. Week 32. Actually starts in 1 week, so meh. But week 32 is the medieval week in Gotland. So I should go there once again because it's been 26 years since I've been there. Or 27. I don't remember. I think it must be 27. I was young and excited about everything. We took a boat from here down to Visby. But there's also boats from here, I think. Or here. I don't remember. Here's Copenhagen, by the way. So you see how close it is to Malmö. Helsingborg is even closer. I never really noticed that. Interesting. Gothenburg is also really interesting if you want to go to Sweden. I also want to go back to Gotland. When were you in Gotland? What year was that? You didn't go with me. We didn't know each other back then. Jeez. It was before I even got to know you. Wow. That's crazy. But yes, we're going to talk about Öland, which means island land. And the first we talk about is the bridge to get over there. It is very big, very tall, kind of scary. I think I was tense the whole trip. Because it's just so tall. It's for ships to be able to pass under it. But this construction is it's fascinating. How are we humans able to create these things? Right? We knew each other, but I went with some other peeps. I think you were in France or something? You've been there twice! Ah, but I went before I met you. Yes. Ah, cool. You went there twice. Yeah, it's good times. It's good times. Lots of weirdos in costumes. Or friends, as I would like to call them. Öland is very flat. It is a huge just length of land, as you saw in the picture. Just a huge length of land. But it's a beautiful country, very flat, very good for biking and for sailing around. Some places are good for bathing as well, but the sea has become pretty bad in some places, especially on the east coast, because of algae blooms and stuff like that. So it looked pretty scary at times. It smelled pretty bad. And they have a national reserve called the Alvaret, or Alvaret, maybe, which is a big open field, basically. And one of the places we went to is called Eketorpsborg, which is a reconstructed old Stone Age or Iron Age fortress. And there's several round castles like these, or borg. I don't know how to. Fortress. Fortified cities, fortified towns. This one is really interesting in that they have a whole tourism thing going on with lots of people being able to come here, eat some good food from the restaurant they have here sometimes during summer. There's a little museum in some of these houses here. Things to do for the kids. This over here is what they think is a sacrificial pit. So they had found several archaeological things in there, like bones and skulls and broken medallions and stuff. It's so cool to be there. So cool. They also had a really good tea in the gift shop that was, if you go down here, you go down this road here. Look at this place. So cool. You can shoot arrows and stuff and wander around. It was really nice. Yeah. This is what it looked like before they reconstructed everything. So it was just a kind of flat place. I don't know if they'd already started reconstructing here, actually. They seem to have a lot of stones. Maybe they started reconstructing. We can see how small a human is compared to this. So inside these houses here, they show how it used to be back then, with the people sleeping indoors and even some of the animals sleeping indoors as well. This is Gettlinge burial ground. So there's a burial ground of like 30 different burials, apparently. And some of them are ship burials, like this one. Which is a Viking Age thing, I think. I think it's Viking Age thing. As far as I know, it's a Viking Age thing. But these might be older than that. They might be from the Iron Age. The history of Öland is really interesting because it had a lot of trade with other places on the continent, like the Baltic states or ooh, or the or Germany and stuff like that. So even back in the yeah, even back in the Stone Age, Iron Age times, or what we called Vendeltiden, they had trades with international trade. But there's lots of interesting places. This is Gråborg. It's not one of the most famous of round castles, sadly, but it's enormous. I loved walking this place. We walked around all of this. It was huge. There must have been so many places here, and I think someone said that it had been a trading post as well. So people came in here to trade. I don't remember if there were if they had found lots of evidence of houses and stuff. This is very old. So cool. This is Långejan on the southern tip of Öland. There's another one at the northern tip called Långe Karl, I think. Erik. Långe Erik. This is Långejan. And they also have a bird preservation ornithology department around here because there's so many birds. So many birds around here. But this place, oh god, it was beautiful. It's a gorgeous little place with some restaurants and a gift shop and stuff like that. But getting up here was terrifying. It was so tall. It was so tall. Getting up there in itself was a chore. I am not very strong, so getting up there was exhausting in itself. And then I had to get out here and stand in the wind and try not to get absolutely terrified about the long drop that was here. Hi, Gray. Noot noot. Noot noot. Hello, how are you? But it was a beautiful day when we were there. It was a really nice area and you could see so far. Which is the point of these things. This is Sandbyborg, another Iron Age fort. And they had found so many things here. Just walking back from dinner. Ah, thank you for coming in and saying hi. Even though you're with your lady friend. We wandered in here and it was I was told the story of how they had found people in are you parted ways? Oh, too bad. People in situ where they had been slain, basically. So after this place got sacked, probably from this side or something, they have very little evidence of who did it or why, or exactly when. But they have found evidence of a lot of deaths. They have found bodies and house foundations, and someone even died on top of the hearth. Stuff like that. Very dramatic. Just me and a nice walk and leaky voice maze. Oh, I hope you have a good weather as well. So I like these kinds of places, these old places with tragic stories. or heroic stories. One thing that I didn't have pictures of is that Öland is home to a lot of artists. Pottery is big, glasswork is big. I bought a very beautiful pendant there, a glass pendant where they had put glass over metal foil, and it looks so cool. So if you're interested in art, I can recommend going to Öland as well, as if you're interested in history. There's lots of shipwrecks around this island as well, if you're interested in that. Apparently this is the last slide I have. Dang. But it was good times. We drove around all over the place and checked out these various sites and walked around along the beaches and had ice cream. Because that's what you do in these kinds of places. You eat ice cream and you look at historic sites. Yeah. And buy tea, of course, if there's tea in the gift shop. This place didn't have a gift shop, sadly. Eketorp Borg had a gift shop, and I got the last box of one of their teas. Ha ha ha! It's a very good tea. Very smelly good. Yes. Now I only have Paris left to talk about. Man, do you guys want to hear about Paris? I don't have many pictures of Paris. Because interestingly, even though I have been to Paris several times, I haven't done much touristing. Just let me get another break. I didn't go to the bathroom when I last went for a break. Wait, no, what? No, hang on. That's not what I want you to do. Can you spit him out, please?
But Crystal Tower is fun.
What's Crystal Tower?
It's one of the first dungeon, like first alliance, where it's like,
I don't know it.
you'll see.
Oh God!
There we go.
Help
And it's
me!
it's fine. It's only one tank. You only have to heal me as a tank. You are 2 healers, and there are 5 DPS.
Wait, it says 6 healers, 3 tanks, and 15 DPS.
Yes.
Oh God! Help!
You just
But
said different numbers.
No, I said
Yes, you did.
I said there is another healer, and there's
You said there's
5
one tank,
other...
me, there's another healer instead of, 5 more.
Yeah. No, okay. So
Squeak!
it's 3 different groups.
Ah, there you go.
At the cost of... What did it cost you? It just cost me everything. Oh, we have a new suit! New suit, new batter, Isaac. Look at that butt. New suit. Yay! Oh my God, he's looking badass. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. I'm gonna clip that. I can put that as a clip somewhere. Probably, maybe.
But I will not be working that meat. Don't take that out of context.
Dog.
That is one strange-looking cat.
It's a fox, dude. It's a fox. You're gonna get bit. No? Okay. Blip, 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 blip.
Message and
Worst case scenario.
Oh,
Ah.
really, Twitched? Really?
Why? Why are you
Really?
like this? Worst case
I liked it, though.
scenario.
I liked it though.
Did you? Like, I can pretend to be an adult, but I don't feel like an adult. I play games, okay? I play a lot of games, and I'm an anime girl on the internet. I do not feel like an adult. Press any button. I guess it wants us to play with controller. How's the sound? Not too bad. Yay! Sleepiness! Nope! That was the wrong button! Okay. I'm back. Hello. Gray, you missed me talking about Scotland. You will have to watch it back. Thank you. We only have Paris left. Do you guys have any vacations that you remember fondly? Welcome back. I'm Gray. Yay! 75 stream streak. Nice. Thank you. I haven't been able to redo my stream streaks on your channel, sadly, Gray. I've been too busy. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Okay. Paris. Right. We can't talk Paris without talking subway. Because you need to take the subway wherever you go. Oh, ad is starting. Dang it! Should I wait until the ad is over? Man. Okay. This is... Some of the subway stations are absolutely gorgeous. This is one of them. This is the Arts et Métiers by the Arts et Métiers Museum, which I also can recommend because it's really cool. I don't remember much of it, but I remember being like, ooh. I think I went there for a exhibition on Möbius. I think it was Möbius. It was art. It was really cool. I need someone to record how many times I say cool in this video. Oh boy. But one of the places you do not want to go to, unless you want to get lost, is Châtelet. Châtelet is huge. It's the biggest subway station in Paris. It is enormous and complicated. It's like a ant hill of station walkways and going here and there to get to the next tram line, and it's so confusing. Cannot recommend. Do a little bit of walking instead. Go to one of the others nearby and walk. But some of these are very beautiful. Just like the Stockholm subway, it can be very beautiful. And there are many stations that put in effort to have art on its walls, and I think there's several YouTube videos talking about the art of Stockholm subways. So, can recommend. You were in Paris just after the Seine flooded. There's a waterfall from the ceiling to the platform. No! Oh, the Seine flooding was a catastrophe, especially for art. There was one of the museums that Châtelet, yeah, one of the biggest axes in Paris in terms of public transportation. Several subways and regional train lines mean that it is a labyrinth, so that everything can fit in there. Also, pee scent central. I haven't smelled that much pee, but sometimes there is pee, yes. Also rats. Huge rats. It was the nastiest metro I've ever been in any country. Could have been Châtelet. Yep. Châtelet is not charming at all. What is my next picture? But it has some very beautiful entrances. It was tiny right next to the river. Ah. Châtelet has no charm, but boy howdy is it useful. Yeah, if you can navigate it. That's the hard part. But it has some beautiful Art Nouveau styled entryways here and there. Very beautiful. There are some that are covered. They're very beautiful. I want to talk about the fact that there are Roman remains in the middle of the city almost. Very close to the middle of the city. There are Roman remains of a gladiatorial arena. It is great for a proper city hike. Yes, the buildings are so beautiful. I like they have kept a lot of the buildings, at least on the outside, the facades, as historically as they are. Yep. Hi, Brett. How are you doing? Welcome in. You missed my talk about Scotland. But this is the Arène du Lutèce. Or the Sands of Lutèce, or Arena of Lutèce. It's oh, where's the other picture? There's the other picture. It's a remain of a huge. Well, okay, it's not that huge, but I mean, for being in the center of Paris, huge arena. Very cool, very cool. Can recommend going to visit. 40th arrondissement to the Seine and a chunk more. Was a good day. Yes. Paris is very nice to walk in. Arène de Lutèce. I'm trying to remember where in Paris this is. It is somewhat close to the Notre Dame, actually. Within walking distance. Which is interesting that no one really remembers to go there. It's not as big of a tourist trap as many of the other places. I guess people just don't like Roman history. How you did? You went there! Yay! It's so cool. Or that these things remain is very cool. Yes, I like it. like they keep things like this, that they has survived so many years, like 2,000 years nearly. It's amazing. Sorry. Okay. This is Notre Dame. I think this is the new Notre Dame, actually. The new, clean Notre Dame. It looks like that, yeah. Looks cleaner. After the fire a couple of years ago, it has been rebuilt and it is beautiful again. My dad is a Roman historian! Nice! Oh, I would have loved that, being dragged around Roman ruins. Oh, yes! So interesting! I loved watching Time Team. I still love watching Time Team. I watched the whole series, every season of Time Team, at least once every episode. Doesn't mean I remember everything, but it was really interesting. I loved it. Goddamn Roman ruins. Did he drag you around Roman ruins inside of London and stuff as well? The buried ones? There are remains of Roman city walls inside of car parks and stuff like that in London. I think that is so cool. And that you can still see sometimes the layer of burning that Boedica did. Boudica? Boedica? I don't know how you say her name. Very cool lady. Very angry. For good reason. Boudicca. Ah. Boudicca. I thought it was bloody furious she was. She was. Yes, she was. But yes. Notre Dame is one of those must-see things that you have in Paris. You have to visit it if you go. It's one of those must-do as a tourist. Yes, very beautiful place, very good, very big. There's apparently a temple to Mithras somewhere on the South Bank. Oh, I need to do more trips to London. I mean, look at this place. It's very cool. Good night, Autumn Child. Have a good sleep. Good luck tomorrow. This is such a cool place. I've never been to the catacombs. I'm not sure I would like it. I think I both would love and hate it. I would hate it because it's an enclosed space and probably kind of small space as well. But I would love it because of the historical aspect. That's also why I would love to see the rock dwellings of Cappadocia, and stuff like that. Like, it's so interesting that people have made cities inside mountains. If you do, let me know. I'll drag my dad. Oh, nice. I'll take you up on that offer, I'm sure. I might drag some friends with me though, if they're interested. But yeah, the catacombs seem very scary to me, because I don't deal well with narrow spaces. I get slight claustrophobia. He loves an audience. Oh, I would be a captivated audience. Yes, and probably ask questions. And then we have the Louvre, which is very cool as well, both at night and at day. Hi, Ducky. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This is picture I have taken because I like taking pictures of weird angles. But I didn't have a very good camera. So it's not very good. It's not very clean lines. But Louvre is very interesting. You need to have hours to spare. Take a picture of the darkness. The darkness. The darkness of my soul. But I went to one museum near the Eiffel Tower, sort of, near the Eiffel Tower, that had an exhibition on Art Deco. And Art Deco buildings, Art Deco art, Art Deco posters. Oh, so cool! Oh, I should have become like an artist, like a architecture historian or something. Oh, hang on. Oh, itchy. Sorry. I actually did go a course at MIT, an online course at MIT for architectural history or historical architecture from the beginning of time to like the 1500s or something. It was so interesting. Oh my god. I just wish I remembered it better. I remember like the words for architectural stuff. I just remember being super excited about every lecture we had. And doing okay at the quizzes as well. Good times, good times. Maybe I should retake it. I don't remember if it cost me anything. But yeah, the Louvre, interesting place. Has lots of art, lots of museum stuff. Can recommend if you put a day off to do all the things, because there's a lot underneath the ground. It's not just Mona Lisa, there's a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. The worst architectural stuff, well, there's the roof in it, and walls, and doors, and I'm out. Yeah, but there's like buttresses and stuff. I don't like that I don't remember these things. I remember being so excited about everything, and not remembering it is frustrating, to say the least. Yeah. And we're back to this place. I do have a story about... oh, yeah! I should have done about Venice. Okay, next time we have... next time we have a vacation Yap stream, I'm gonna do Venice. Yeah. Because Venice was super interesting as well. Because there's so much architecture, so much history, so much art, so much stuff. Oh! Yee! Roof in it. Oi, bruv. There hasn't been much talk about your vacations, guys. Just me yapping about stuff that I've liked. Oh, I do have a story about going onto the Eiffel Tower when I was young. I think that's when I first realized I was starting to get vertigo and I was starting to become scared of heights. Because I think we went up one floor or something. I went, nope, nope, no, no, I can't do this. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. Yeah, you do have a nice one coming up. That is true. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Have you done a lot of planning on what you're gonna go and see? Do you have a itinerary? Listen, England's victory over France during the World Cup proved one thing. You got to be in it to win it. You don't have an itinerary. But there's so many things to see. Oh. If you haven't visited the Vasa Museum by the time I come visit, come to meet up with you, I highly recommend we go see it, because it's one of my favorite museums and it has won awards and it's so cool and it's such a tragedy. Do you know the story of the Vasa? The Vasa ship? Because the ship was a marvel of engineering. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was gilded. It was going to be the flagship of the fleet. And there were some concerns from the engineers, like, are you sure it's not a bit too top heavy? They're like, no, it's gonna be glorious on the sea. And they sailed it out. A bit of wind pushed it on the side, and it sank. It went 50 meters and it sank. It's a beautiful disaster. Sadly, people died. But Pizza Cruise. Random cafe that the dude wrote the girl with the dragon tattoo in. Vrak. So, wreck? You gonna see the Vasa Museum? Because it's glorious. It's glorious in its stupidity. Also, I want to go to the gift shop because they have a good tea there. I hope they still have that good tea. That's what you were talking about. Yes! Yes! Good! Thank you, thank you. I would have to see what we can do then. Where I can take you to show stuff. Intend to make a lot of use of the pool. But history! Oh, man! Anyway, we'll talk about it when you get here. I had a page here for the Cathar castles, if you guys are interested. For P-Repertus, there's lots of pictures, lots of interesting stuff. I think the Vrak Museum and the Vasa Museum Rick is talking about are not that far away from one another. Ah, it might be the same thing. Vrak means wreck, so it might be the same thing. And I don't have anything more planned for today. That's it. That's all the planning we get today. All the vacation yap. Single ticket for both. Ah, nice. I hope you enjoy it. Because I enjoy it. I know I love it. We're gonna have to talk. Okay, I'm gonna end early because I've been yapping. You criticize my lack of plans? I have planned so much for today. I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places. I have talked and showed pictures. So that's on you for not being here earlier and being on a date or something. Ugh. Ooh, head pads. Head pads are working. Yippee. All right, sweet. Okay, we're gonna raid out early because my throat is starting to get tired. And we shall see who we shall raid out to. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Tathura is up! Unmedicated ADHD experience. That sounds fun. Yeah, let's go talk to Tathurai. Old man. Old British man. Ah, he's playing a co-op game. Ah. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I hope you have had a good time. I know I have. Talking about stuff. I should have talked about Venice. Thank you, Twitchin, for your resub. Thank you, Destian, Mortium, and Kala for being my basement prisoners. Thank you, Combat Oven, for your raid. That scared me. Good night, everyone, and have a good time. I will see you tomorrow. Sadly, not with RP. We'll see when RP happens. Okay, good night.